gets back to the Say the movie, dog. My name is Ho. H to the...
And time now to take a quick look at our State Farm lineups. First, for the East All-Stars, Kyrie Irving is out there with Jennings. And inside, a towering 7-footer, maybe the most imposing big man in the game, All-Star center Andrew Bynum. Then it's Anthony, and it's LeBron in at the 4-man position. And then for the West All-Stars, Chris Paul is out there with Kobe. And in the middle, one of the best ever to man the low block, the big fundamental, number 21, Tim Duncan. And it's Durant, and it's Griffin in at the power forward.
Well, last year's All-Star game was really a mixed bag for Kobe. A hard foul from Dwayne Wade broke his nose and gave him a concussion. Not the type of thing you're used to seeing in an exhibition game.
Kobe, no good.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Jennings kicks to Irving, 14 feet away. The rebound by Kobe Bryant.
That's the shot he was looking for. I'm surprised he didn't get it to fall.
And on the good side for Kobe, in last year's All-Star game, he set a record for career All-Star game points, Steve. Very impressive.
Yeah, that's right. Moving past Oscar Robertson, the Big O, and finally Michael Jordan for the all-time record as Kobe finished that game by scoring 27 points.
And there's Jennings. That's good on the assist by Irving. Jennings has got the first basket of the game for the East All-Stars. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I was able to speak with Eric Spoelstra for a moment. If Coach had any butterflies in his stomach about coaching the All-Stars, he didn't let any of it come out. He said it was for the fans, and even though he's in charge of the best players in the NBA, his only coaching advice was to go out and have fun. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Here's Irving. The shot's good. Jennings making the play.
Well, you know, he's obviously a very popular player, but look at the numbers for his team that he's put up this year. Just outstanding.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Steve. He's been making it happen, clearly focused, and I know he's looking to continue that effort.
Oh, get it!
That's one of the better jams you'll ever see right there.
Yeah, you know, some guys come out the high flyers, some of the bigs, and they just say, hey, I'm going to throw it down with authority tonight. I love that attitude. Nothing wrong with it in my book. And in last year's All-Star game, another close one, but another win for the West.
Here's Irving. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, the All-Star game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
Kobe against Jennings. Kobe passes to Duncan. Over Bynum. Goes back up. And Kobe lays it in.
Well, as you'd expect, not much defense being played.
Yeah, that's one for the fans. I mean, the fans want scoring. That's what they're going to get tonight.
Jennings kicks to LeBron. Shoots over Griffin. LeBron, good. LeBron's now got his first 2 points of the night. And last year's game didn't start out close. The West set an all-star record, scoring 88 points in the first half. Wow.
And the East, for the second year in a row, mounted a massive comeback, this time cutting it from a 21-point deficit to just one down the stretch. But again, they couldn't quite overcome the West, and they lost it closely.
The dish to Irving. .105 left in the first quarter. Jennings dishes to Irving. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. And it's 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, it's so impressive to see a young guy like Kyrie Irving carry his team's offense, and that's exactly what he's done. You know, he's able to score for himself or find open teammates with his ball handling and passing. So the ideal point guard for a young team.
And, you know, another exceptional quality for Kyrie being a player so early in his career is how calm and collected he is at the end of games. I mean, he looks almost like a 15-year veteran late in games.
One-on-one fast break.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play. Boy, that was great. Just a fantastic dunk. Beautiful.
The crowd in the building loves it. The fans at home love it. I'd call that a juicy dunk right there. Classic.
The drive by Paul. Outside Durant. From past the arc. And that one's good. Durant's got 5 points so far.
Nice job there. He knows how to get that ball in the bucket, doesn't he, guys?
Jennings passes to Irving over Paul. Here's Bynum. The second chance bucket is good.
He has such a great feel for how a missed shot is going to come off the rim. Really plays those angles well. That's exactly why he consistently beats defenders to the ball.
And there's coming up. A great event unfolding, one quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back everyone to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And Kevin, both teams percolating now.
Yeah, those early game jitters out of the way, Clark. Both teams settling into a groove.
The All-Star festivities always a big draw for VIPs, stars, and celebrities, and I see quite a few in the house tonight.
Yeah, really a festive atmosphere around this event and this weekend. There's just so much going on, both on and off the court.
Here's Parsons, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Parsons got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the West All-Stars.
Well, I guess you'd call this weekend maybe the greatest pickup game on earth. Does that make sense, Clark?
It sure does, and I agree with you. I mean, there's no doubt it tops the list, partner.
Harden outside. Feeds to Westbrook. Right side Westbrook. Kicks it out to Love. Clock at 4. From deep. The shot is off. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way.
How about Dwayne Wade, a starter in the All-Star game for the 8th straight year, and this is his 9th All-Star appearance in all, dating back to his 2nd season in the league.
Again, the miss by Smith. Westbrook with it. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Teardrop shot, and the layup is up and in.
You know, guys, going back to last year's All-Star game, Wade put up a double-double with 10 rebounds and 24 points and made over 70% of his shots. And he's always good for a few highlight reel plays, too. Just a special talent, really in the prime of his career right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jefferson. Durant comes in for Kevin Love. Kobe's checked in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Jeremy Lin in for James Harden.
Well, the D just letting them go inside with impunity. Way, way too easy.
That's 10 of their last 12 points now in the paint area.
In this All-Star game in Houston, perhaps underscoring the hometown Rockets' search for a star-caliber player to lead their team.
LeBron against Durant. Knocks it loose. It's off his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. The West making some changes. Duncan comes in for Kobe. And Tony Parker subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And then for the East, Andrew Bynum's checked in for Granger. And it's Lowry in for Kyrie Irving. Durant for 3. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. 8 points for Kevin Durant. Yeah, you know, injuries robbed them of their superstar players. They've taken the hard route to improving, seeking to find undervalued players in free agency, trades, or, Steve, with their later picks in the draft.
Yeah, and so often the fastest way to get good in the NBA is to get bad first, and I mean really bad. But they haven't done that. I mean, they've scrapped, they've been competitive. You've got to give them credit.
Griffin goes in, and he drops it in from the low post. Now it's a 4-point West All-Star lead. Lowry with the ball. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter, with about 3 minutes gone by, here's LeBron. Shot's good. LeBron's now got 8 points.
Yeah, and he's such a clutch player, too. Relishes these big moments with the clock winding down and games up for grabs. That's when he tends to want the ball and create something, and more often than not, deliver.
And he's very much a student of the game in terms of getting to know the tendencies of whichever player he's guarding on any given night, and then gearing his defensive game plan to do what he needs to do to stop him. You know, the All-Star break, really a bit of a pit stop of sorts for NBA teams. Some teams lose momentum, others take on new life and get regenerated when the season resumes. It's always interesting to see how that dynamic plays out.
Boy, that happened fast. Just the immediate bucket off the steal.
Well, one of the things they have is the ability to score quickly after a turnover.
And Lowry gets it to go.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
And here is Lynn.
Slowing it down here, smart. Play for the last shot of the quarter.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, dribble it down to 6 seconds or so and then go. That way you got a chance for a second shot if you miss.
For three, Durant. Second chance shot. Lynn. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he makes the first. So both teams making some changes here. Both free throws good from Lynn. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. West All-Stars lead by 4. And we'll be back for the second half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And on one of the great nights of...
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
Yeah, and Kevin, often the second half is where you see that intensity turned up a bit.
Well, yeah, the first half maybe a little more loose, and then the second half is where it can get more competitive once the game is on the line.
The drive by Jennings. Shoots over Kobe. The offensive rebound. That's good. Bynum's got the first bucket of the third here for the East All-Stars.
Lack of effort on the defensive glass. This is embarrassing.
Yeah, it's not good at all. Yeah, second chance points, Steve, accounting for 4 out of the last 5 they've allowed. Not good at all.
Kobe, no luck.
You know, I think one thing that makes the All-Star Game so special is just the history involved. This event has been held since 1951, and a lot of those legends of the NBA past are here in attendance.
Outside Griffin. Passes to Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. Latrey. Here's Duncan. And that is good.
Excellent job carving out space under the glass to make that putback possible.
Now here's Jennings. Outside Jennings. Bynum. Oh, the one-hand jam.
You know, the dunk was great, but I didn't care for that interior defense there, guys. It was non-existent.
You're right, Clark. You know, it was way too easy. I don't think the coach liked it either. Look at that face.
It doesn't get much easier than that. They have got to tighten up their defense. That was embarrassing.
Here's Griffin. Hits the jump hook.
And Kevin, keep an eye tonight on how many plays he keeps alive for his club. Just the way he works, the way he moves, the way he anticipates plays before they happen. Constantly looking to get an offensive board.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
Blake Griffin was an all-star from his rookie season. And, you know, he's a guy who will probably be there for many years to come. How about that first all-star experience in L.A. in 2011? He won the dunk contest. He won the rookie challenge as part of that team. And he won the All-Star game as well.
LeBron, defended by Griffin. Anthony gets to Jennings. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And this, Griffin's 3rd year in the league, his 3rd All-Star game play.
And he only has to worry about the big game now. I expect him to have a big night as a result. And Houston, known as Clutch City by Hoop fans, 2 championships to their credit.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Al Jefferson is checked in for Duncan. Love comes in for Blake Griffin. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Kobe. Love dishes to Parsons. From outside the arc. Rebound by Greg Monroe. Yeah, 94-95, Steve, with the all-time great center Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, and in 95 with Clyde Drexler, both of them, of course, graduates of the University of Houston. How perfect that they should combine to bring the city an NBA title. And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for them. At some point, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
Here's Westbrook. The step-back jumper is good.
Not too surprising to have so few fouls here.
Yeah, you know what? I think part of it is the officiating, Steve. They get a little more leeway from the officials to the players, but some credit has to go to the players as well. I mean, no need to be overly aggressive in this kind of game format. Every All-Star game, you can count on it. You're going to see some heart-stopping plays. That was another one.
It's a close game here in Houston.
And Dwayne Wade in last year's All-Star game became the third player aside from Jordan and LeBron to post a triple-double in the All-Star game with 24 points, 10 boards, and 10 assists.
And here are the East All-Stars now. Wade outside. He dishes it to Monroe. For the tie. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Well, they really picked up the intensity here since halftime.
I think they got the pep talk in both teams now, really going after each other.
Here's Paul. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy two.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
And so Paul nails both of them.
He's one of the best free throw shooters in the league. In this game, no difference. He's making each trip to the line count.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck.
Coming up this Wednesday night, Rajon Rondo and the Boston Celtics take on Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. Live from Los Angeles, Hoops Action.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Now, let's check in with Doris Burke for the Sprite Uncontainable Game. Doris?
Yes, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the West All-Stars that garners the uncontainable game today. They put together a very strong push as soon as the game tipped off, and they haven't let up once, as they really put together the kind of game a coach dreams of as they head now to the fourth period.
Doris, thank you. That was quite a run they had, quite exemplary of what we think of when we think about that turning point. Definitely a Sprite Uncontainable game moment.
Yeah, you won't get any argument from me, Kevin. It was as big a factor in this game as anything. You know, when a team builds up that much momentum, it just becomes so hard to turn the tide back around.
Yeah, Steve, they just kept the throttle down. They sensed an area of weakness and then just continued to exploit it, never letting up.
Well, one thing we're noticing here tonight, both teams pretty much taking care of the ball, which is impressive in a game like this.
It really is, Steve. I mean, typically in a game like this, the players and teams can be a little loose, but that hasn't been the case so far. You know, one of the things about the All-Star break is that it can provide some much-needed rest for NBA players and coaches and trainers as well, a chance to regenerate and heal up a little bit. Even for those players in the big game, that week off can still be pretty big.
Kobe can't get that one to fall.
He's trying to get it going from outside.
Here's Wade. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Kobe's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Durant kicks to Kobe. Fires for 3. Kobe can't get that one to fall. And a lot of times it can be a tale of 2 seasons, before and after the All-Star break.
Yeah, you really want to just peak at the right time. And, you know, you think back to last season, some of the players who really came on, guys like Paul Pierce and Carmelo Anthony, they turned their seasons around and really gave their teams a big boost. And I think that's a major part of trying to get hot down the stretch.
Ball against Irving. Another shot. Blocked. Outside for Durant. And another shot. The shot is up. Excellent D there from Anthony. And here we go with Dwayne Wade. Poked away. LeBron drives in. Oh, how about that basketball, man? Beautiful. Wow.
And Clark, I think that one was for the fans that didn't get to see the dunk contest last night.
Letting loose a bit and making some All-Star highlight reel clips, for sure.
To the inside to take the lead. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 14 points for LeBron.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Kicks it to Durant. Will it go? And he hits the jumper for 2.
The defense got butterflies the second that shot went up because they know he typically delivers in the clutch.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Kevin Love. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Outside Irving. The feed now to Melo. There's the pass to Bynum. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. He feeds it to LeBron. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. The shot by Anthony, no good. So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time, Kevin, for the stars to shine. Boy, excellent job that time staying on it. Airtight saran wrap defense there. No doubt about it. Wade has found the touch right now.
Absolutely critical chance right here.
Yeah, they need this one to go their way, Kev.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks.
What a huge shot. That's what happens when you knock it down late.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Now, here is Irving. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the East All-Stars call time here. They're behind by 1. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the 4th. LeBron outside. He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
And you can't say enough about his composure in big moments. He's as cool as they come, guys.
On the wing, Kobe. Over Wade. Good! Big time bucket there, Clark.
And Kevin, the crowd is loving it.
Well, they know exactly how big that shot was.
So a close game sees the West All-Stars taking this one.
And this is the 3rd straight win for the West now, guys. They've won 8 of the last 12. Pretty strong.
Point out the bounce. Show me the bounce.